am Bradley Sims, and I am from Detroit, Michigan. When you hear about Detroit, I know you think of the bad boy Pistons of the 90s. I know you think of the 2000s with Chauncey Billups, Richard Hamilton, Sheed Wallace, and Ben Wallace. I know you just think of the Motor City, all the auto shows, everything amazing about my city. But the Detroit I grew up in is extremely in poverty. Like, this is not even funny how bad my city is, and how people just keeping it like this makes me think that nobody cares. Like, nobody talks about this. The last month, water got shut off in Detroit. Nobody talks about it. I actually found out over the internet because, like, I'm not in Detroit. I'm actually in college, about to head to the draft, so I had have no way of knowing. But it just makes me feel bad that nobody cares about my city. So I feel like I have something to prove when I get to the NBA. This city will literally eat you alive. So you gotta grow up quick, and you gotta grow up to be strong. So there's no room for being stagnant or just not doing anything throughout your days. You just gotta stay productive, because this city will eat you alive. And my brother was one of the people that it ate alive. My brother got involved in the gangs heavy. Like, it is not even funny how I literally watched him change over the years.
As his sister, I kind of always had a fear because of his aggressiveness and his attitude.
Ricky would have been 31 July 5th, but 10 years ago, February 26, Ricky was shot, and he died that same day.
When my brother died, it just triggered something in my head that, like, we weren't all here forever. Like, it's just, I was put here for a reason, and that's when I really chased basketball heavy. Like, I put my heart and effort straight into basketball. I had no other options. That was all I knew. That was all I decided to do.
He was different. So we always knew he was going to have what he wanted, because that's the type of person he was. He's a go-getter. Even at a young age, he was always a leader. He was the leader of his little crew that he hung with. Rocky's 5th birthday party, he had on his little Jordans with his cross-color outfit.
His dad put a thick Gucci link chain on him. He had a fresh haircut. He was 5 years old. It was his birthday party, and it was a long hallway, and everybody's in the living room cheering him as he walked down the hall. Rocky, Rocky.
For a 5-year-old, it was just like, oh my God. He kind of like profiled there and modeled for a second, like, yes. And then he took his glasses off. Cocky Rocky for real. Cocky Rocky for real.
No idea how not average this kid is, but just to give you some idea, we're gonna show you the workout he does every single night from 4 o'clock until 8 o'clock. He dribbles between his legs and makes it look easy. He dribbles behind his back, left and then right, but you ain't seen nothing yet. How about behind the back and through the legs? He does it over and over till it's second nature, till it's like breathing. How about behind the back and through the legs every which way? How about behind the back and through the legs every which way while he's moving? Balls dribbling. Maybe 2 balls between the legs. Would you believe 2 balls behind the back and through the legs while moving? Oh, we're just getting started, my friend, just getting started. 2 balls, big bounces and baby bounces behind the back and through the legs. 2 balls, round and round and round and round. 2 balls changing hands every single bounder and his cousin. It's a you make it, you take it format, which can get boring for the other kids. He makes it and takes it, makes it and takes it, makes it, takes it.
now I'm supposed to be part of a draft that has the hype of the greatest draft since 2003, with players like Jabari Parker, Andrew Wiggins, Julius Randle, Joel Embiid. That's just to say a few. I can keep going on with these names, but you get the point of where I'm coming from. As for me, I'm in Cincinnati trying to make a name for myself, and the season's going along great until this game right here. Oh my God, and just mess up the rest of my season because I instantly get suspended.
Fort Ryan Byrne, Doug Gottlieb, Cincinnati Xavier. Pick it up, closing into the locker room.
And this would be epic foreshadowing as one of the bench players from Cincinnati gets into it with Mark Lyons, some jawing, and this obviously would end up poorly if you've been following college basketball today. Same two players would get together.
Deion Dixon with the air ball, but keep your eye on the paint. What's going on down low? Punches exchanged. It appears the entire bench is on the court at this point.
Yeah, if this were the NBA, they'd all be gone. They wouldn't even be able to finish the game.
You'll see it right here, spot shadowed, and he gets him directly in the face. Cuts, freeze wide open. By how this rivalry ended, extremely ugly down on the corners.
That right there, that guy is me. They trying to say that I started the whole thing by arguing with one of the players, and I can't blame him. I'm done for the season.
Said many suspensions coming.
Yeah, also Sheck Mudd ends up stomping on Kenny Freese as he was down at the bottom. Then you see Mark Lyons again getting into it with the same member of the Cincinnati bench. And then Jelon Gwynn comes in.
Long-time rivalry. Obviously, everyone trying to explain themselves afterwards.
Now you fast forward to the end of the season. The UConn Huskies, men's and women, win the NCAA tournament. There's nothing I could do. My team wasn't even in the tournament. So, let's just hope I get drafted.
With the 60th pick in the 2014 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Jeremy Brown from Oklahoma.
Nah, this guy? Man, he's terrible.
Good night, everyone, and thanks for coming.
There's my guy.
Your guy? Your guy? Your guy was told by his agent that he was going to be a late first round, maybe second round draft pick. Your guy's supposed to be in New York with the rest of those chumps. Your guy's about to blow his freaking lid because his dream of being in the NBA is still just a dream.
Hey, chill, man. I know this isn't how we wanted it to go down. Believe me. Like I told you, you're my last best hope at the agency. If you wash out, I wash out with you. But I was thinking, maybe this was the best thing that could have happened to you.
How you figure that, genius?
Better to go undrafted and have a choice than to be picked late by a stacked playoff team where your chances of making the team are about as high as my chances of dating a supermodel, which, despite my contagious charm, are pretty freaking slim.
So what's the move, man?
This just affects our timing, okay? You just gotta keep working hard and be ready. Injuries, overhyped draft picks. Sooner or later, players are gonna wash out and they are going to call you. You hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Good. Remember, Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team and made fools pay for it the rest of his career. Use the draft day slight as motivation, a chip on your shoulder at the beginning of a long journey. And like every journey, this one begins with a single step. So your first step is to keep working hard. And we'll find you a home before you know it.
All right, man. I'm believing in you, bro. Make it happen. Undrafted? Basketball's been my life since day one. What am I gonna do now? This can't be the end. Is my dream really dead?
Okay. I know you've been staying in shape, working hard on your game, waiting for your shot.
Yeah, so when's that gonna be? Because you told me not getting picked was a good thing.
It was. It was. This is America. Freedom of choice and all that good stuff. And that is why I'm here. Now is the time. Teams are able to offer 10-day contracts at this point, and I've been on the phone nonstop. There's some definite interest in you.
What's that mean? I get to pick where I want to go?
Whoa, it's not that easy, my friend. But there are several teams willing to give you a little tryout, see if it makes sense for them to sign you.
Listen, man. First of all, you're not my friend. You're my agent. And second, where's the list? Because I'm ready to play.
Keep in mind that these teams have varying levels of interest. If you want the 10-day deal, you're going to have to work a lot harder to impress some of these teams than others.
Man, I don't care about that. Where's the list?
Okay, here's the list. Let me know where you want to go, and I'll make it happen.
You handled yourself pretty well at the pre-draft workouts. But that's not quite the same thing as playing with real men in the NBA, now is it? Now listen, we don't bring guys all the way out here because we don't think they can contribute to this team. We've got a good mix of veterans and some young players here, but we could always use some fresh legs and some game. You'll be running with the 2s against the 1s. So let's see if every GM in this league was wrong for not drafting you. Because if you prove you belong, all the talent evaluators were idiots.
Oh, I belong, all right? Ain't no doubt in my mind, Coach.
Where you headed?
Oh, the locker room. Shower up.
Good. I just hope none of that game you just showcased washes off.
What? Man, this stuff don't wash off. It's part of who I am. It's in my DNA, yo.
Easy. Your jersey ain't in the rafters yet.
Yeah, but
you lit it up out there. And everyone in this gym, including the GM and the head man, saw it.
all right, so what's that supposed to mean?
It means if there's any way to get you here, we're gonna do it. Now get out of here. We'll be in touch.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. Move, man. What are you doing?
We got our foot in the door. The Pistons have offered you a 10-day deal.
Why not a year?
Because you're an undrafted, unproven commodity. But they saw enough to take a flyer on you. So you have exactly 10 days, 240 freaking hours to show that you belong. You perform, you got a shot at a guaranteed deal for the rest of the season. We both live to breathe another day. You don't, you got a shot at being last in a long line of might have beens, and I'm probably out on the street too. Living in this rat hole.
Hold up, rat hole? This is all I can afford, because you didn't get me drafted.
Let's call it a charming fixer-upper. Now pack your bags. We're going to the show.
Yeah, boy. I'm going to the league. I got my foot in the door, and I'm gonna kick this sucker down, man.
You better. I don't want to ruin any more suits sitting on these vermin-infested couches of yours.
Man, this is my house he talking about. Finally, I'm in the league.
You did well in the workout and in the scrimmage.
He's a baller. You give him a legit shot, and he's gonna make the most of it. I mean, when it comes down to crunch time, there's no one...
10 days, my man. We'll see if he can swim with the big fish. If he does, he might have a shot to be signed for the rest of the year. He might even find himself a spot in the rotation. If not, son, he's back on the streets. You ready?
I'm ready, willing, and able, sir. You'll see.
Good. Get out of here. You too.